Live from the center of the universe, Gecko, and the news. Bum, 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 bum. All right, guys. That there is Astro Manny. I'll show you what that is all about in a second. Sorry about that. It's funny. I've been working out a little bit and getting some aerobics into my life, and I get a little cough because my lungs are finally fucking working. Let's see how that goes. Right, we don't have an official message of the day yet, but they posted something an hour ago about the maintenance window being closed. That's it. They opened a regular maintenance window. That is reported on the status page. But basically, they are calling it a live service maintenance. And apparently, they should not exceed 4 hours. I don't know when they ran it yesterday. Oh, 12 UTC. Okay, so they're getting midnight UTC. Oh, no, it's not midnight. 13 hours. So it's midday UTC. They give you 1 hour warning and then they start. No? All right. Servers offline, and it took them 2 hours and 30 minutes. 2 hours and 30 minutes to get it back up. No? So this is good, guys. I think this is a good practice. Doing some maintenance, cleaning up their database. I think, I hope, I wish that this will help with degradation of our patches, because they are degrading terribly fast and not very well. And but yeah, last one we had was on Friday. We had that Evocati release. We checked it. I didn't post Friday's news because I had to run away immediately. Sorry about that. I will try not to do that. Still working on a way of automating that, but not that good yet. I just want to push a button and have everything happen, but still working on the editing part. Coffee. But yeah, I find it interesting that they're doing those server maintenance things. This one, I'm just going to show you. This is Astro Manny. If you don't know him, he's a lot more involved in YouTube than in Twitch, but he also streams. He's a very knowledgeable Star Citizen, and he makes guides and does science and all the good stuff we like. This is to... the fix has been running around some of the channels for some days, but he went out and tested it. Coffee. Yep. Go get it, Najib. Come on. But this is a way to fix the blue and red card printers on contested zones. Sometimes you get there and there's no card, there's no timer, there's no clicking button. They're stuck in the middle of the change of the loop. Well, this is a fix. It's a weird fucking one, and it involves having something that it's not easily... You can't find it a lot easy. But they're around. You need a little bag of drugs. They are around contested zones and loots. And in Pyro, it's just a little baggie of uncut slam, and there's a couple other variants. But they're little baggies of drugs. I'm sure some of you have seen them. I certainly have. I usually don't pick them up because they're not worth that much, and so they're just a souvenir. But if you manage to have one of those, keep it. There's a usage case now.
All right.
Well, let's watch it
Ladies and
here.
gentlemen, fixing the blue key cards.
Are you being trolled or is it real?
He's grabbing one of those bags of drugs, dropping it in the floor, picking it up with his multi-tool and inserting it into the slot.
Is it?
Boom. Works again.
Oh my god!
I have a feeling that if you use a tiger claw, it might fix it.
All right.
But I'm not in the contested zones that much, so
Ladies and gentlemen,
that's it.
fixing
Weird
the blue
fix,
key cards.
but it's been a headache for a couple of contested zone enthusiasts. So there you go. I just had the conversation yesterday with someone, and I thought it might be important. A lot of people are starting to think about the contested zones now that the rush has been reduced, or the hype has been curved a little bit, and it's not that sweaty anymore. Next week, I think we might start running contested zones, start getting those cards back. I mean, I still find it conflicting. I don't know if I want to go through all of it, because for me, it's going to be mostly solo experience, on stream at least. I do play a lot with groups, but I do it more on King Chaos with C5C crew and stuff like that. On this side, it's just usually me and a couple of friends, and it's less action packed, more information packed, or knowledge packed, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, we might start running that. I want to do a little series of contested zones to explain them and to maybe give some tips, not from the fighter's perspective, but from the game perspective. No, it's not a sweaty guide. It's a how things work guide, with some maps and some tips. No, but I'm gonna start working on that. Hopefully, we'll still have those contested zones. Bully Maguire. What are we listening? We are rocking a discovery list. So I don't have slightest clue what we're listening. So yeah, enjoy. Remember, you can queue up some music on your own, and it's free. So don't be shy. After that long 3-hour video from there we go. Wake me up before you go. All right. Thank you, Zine. You can't hear. The good Zing. You need to clean your ears, man. Take a shower. After the long video, 3 hours, Silo opened a most impactful bugs and issues post, and it was open for the community, and people could chip in on what's the most frustrating game breaking. Where is it? Or emission shattering issue you're running on Star Citizen right now. And it was good. They closed it. They closed it already. It was getting more spectrum-y on the replies on the posts, not on... You know what I mean. People were getting salty. So they closed it, and they're going to make a list, cross-reference it, and come up with with some result of this. No, they had a good amount of replies, given that this was only open for 3 or 4 days. No, so it's good. 1,500, and there's any kind of post. This is what I usually do if I want to get dirty on Spectrum. Is just close all the comments and go one by one. No? Don't worry about the rest, but check what they are putting out. I mean, elevators we know, no, we don't need that. It's not a new one. Inventory related bugs, perfect. Missing mission markers, perfect. Ship saying they're destroyed when I parked it, making me lose cargo storage. I don't like that. Is beautiful. So it was good, man. Planetary cargo elevators being broken. The boats have been casted. I went in and did some voting, and that's it. No, this is the link, guys, if you want to go in and do the same. It's a way of you helping align the focus or align the list and the priorities and stuff like that. So it's good. I like this song. Do the bug. All right, so that is that on that, and let's talk about the issues. This number keeps going up, guys. It keeps going. It was 4, then 5, then 6. Last time we checked, it was 640 something. Now we have more than 100 more than we had. So this list is growing exponentially, man. I think this is the largest list I've seen ever. A lot of you might think this is really bad. I think it's good. I think people are participating a little bit more on the council, and they're getting a little bit more involved in this, which is great. Yeah. Remember, it's a way of you to actually get involved in the development instead of just like we used to say, excuse my French, bitch and mole about everything. This is a forward way of doing it, and I refined a little bit the list for you that don't know this. These are confirmed, hardly playable, or critical on live 4.0.1 all versions. Yeah, so we got 765 issues. These ones are sorted by votes. These ones are pinned by developers or by forum managers. This one has been here for a long time. For me, vulnerable FPS players and NPCs. There's another one for NPCs somewhere there. It's a desync issue more than invulnerable. You're hitting them on your screen, but on their screen, they're actually not there. So yeah, you know what I mean. But it's a good way of knowing what people are talking about and what's getting the most votes. That's why I filter it like this. No, so besides those two that are pinned by forum managers, not seeing contracts, it's even more voted than invulnerable players. Infinite loading screens, 6016s. ATC, quantum drive, ships disappearing. Again, if you see what people are voting, it's pretty clear what CIG should do now. I don't think they have an excuse on being confused. No, so after that Spectrum forum for tracking the highest offenders, and them having clarity on what people participating think it's the most important, they should be able to do something about it and be more efficient. No, so but this is something we need to keep an eye on. It's growing and growing and growing, and now I have to keep an eye on this. I didn't work this weekend on duplicates and other stuff. I was lazy. I'm sorry, guys. Forgive me. I will get better. I will get better. I promise you. I did test some more 4.02, so that is it's reasonably good. But again, all of this, those 765 are still, most of them are still on O2. This still needs to get lowered, and we need to be able to see a lot more here because there's only 17 issues marked as fixed from specific reports on 4.0.1. Now this is still filtered to only hardly critical live 4.0. Now if we include PTU 4.0, preview 4.0, yeah, it doesn't change. There's only one there. 17. Yeah, so it's not a lot. Those 700 need to come to this side of the equation, so things are going to start getting better, no? And again, I've said this many times. A lot of those issues here are many of them can be fixed with one fix. Will swipe through probably dozens of this. No, so it's they're not that independent. This issues. A lot of them are cross duplicated, worded differently, so they're taking as two different problems, but a single solution will get rid of both. No, so or more than both. Let's hope that is a lot of what's going on. Let's check on the hot side of these things. I didn't see anything too interesting. Contests. That's it. You got their views. A letter to CIG, Chris Roberts, Rich, etc. Master mode flight model has to go. Can we make EVA a bit faster? I don't know. I think it's fast enough as it is. Otherwise, but yeah, we know how that is weird against physics and what we know. That's what I mean. Because it wouldn't work like that in real life. Yeah, it's so yeah, these are the things that I don't think we need to worry about if it's faster or slower right now, until they get the suits, the limited fuel for your nipples, spewing nipples are very important. Until we figure that out, maybe they'll give us any acceleration will increase your speed. So, but again, I don't think they will, because otherwise ships should behave like that, and we still have illogical physics restraints like acceleration not increasing in vacuum and lack of gravity. So it's I don't know where they're gonna go there. 4 years and counting. I am curious. Couple engineering, what I think Ceylon seems to be, in my opinion, the bane of this project. Everything developed by the man takes 2 to 3 times longer when they give a window of 12, 18 months. I am not a developer, okay. But this isn't the best track record by any stretch of the imagination. How would you know if you're only using your imagination? And that would tell me you have a very short imagination. I can imagine lengthier than 12 to 18 months. But again, SCL delivered last week. One can imagine that its feature of engineering life support system. One can imagine. People stop imagining things. 5 years could be, yeah. I was curious. Again, it's like starting a conversation. I don't know anything about skin, but let me tell you what you should do with your skin. They are not going to implement full Newtonian physics. Exactly, Super Clubus. I don't think they will. Yeah. They're not gonna go to the sim. A lot of there was one there. I like it. Where is it? 4 years master mode. I think it probably got buried. Yeah, it did just get there. But yeah, people are saying, hey, you used to be a space sim, and it's an MMO. It's not a space simulator at all. It's always been an MMO. And under that category, I don't think there will go full space sim with Newtonian physics exactly. Star Trek, Star Wars physics, and yeah. Exactly. It's not Kerbals. I mean, I would like a little bit more of that, but I'm a geek and a nerd, and I agree that probably will make the game better for very few, and going the other way will probably make the game better for a lot more people. So I'm good with going the MMO and game, and not the space sim. I think the experience is enjoyable, even if it's not realistic. Who gives a fuck? It's a game. It doesn't have to be realistic. For that, you have other sims, no, that are available. Satisfactory vibing to. Oh man, that would be cool. Ah man, yeah. I would like the building models, the building mechanics of No Man's Sky on Star Citizen. Even a little with a splash of Space Engineers. Oh boy. I would be playing like 12 hours a day and you won't hear about me at all ever again. Exactly. Oh man. That would be cool. I mean, imagine Super Club is, and it's easy to complicated, but as easy to solve it. Let's have Newtonian physics and computers that can deal with them. So it wouldn't be that bad for me to instruct the computer to take me from Lorville to Everest without me having to think about trajectories and matching orbits and stuff like that. No? So there's always a solution if you're creative enough. No? And that far into the future, I'm sure we're going to have computing power availability to do that and more. But yeah, that's a discussion for a different nerd out, not this one. But yeah, I keep it gamey. Keep it gamey for me. Keep it gamey. A lot of people. I've always said that's gonna be the real deal breaker for this game in the future. How far on the sim versus game spectrum this is? Will they appeal to the nerdier hardcore sim people, or will they appeal more to the gamification, arcade, fun, playability, blah 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 stuff? They're in between, but I'm my guess is they're gonna go towards gamification more, uh, still giving us a little bit of sim. Exactly, see me. See me would simplify this exactly. Because that will appeal to a broader range of players, to younger people that don't like things to be that complicated. And yeah, it's changing. No, they we used to. I remember when I was young, I used my computers for such sophisticated things. And I mean, I was playing games on a Commodore 64 that used a tape recorder as a storage system. So I've been gaming since that was a game. And it's funny how now these generations leave with the computers on top of them. They use them every fucking day, all day. From handheld devices to computers, no? So it's not a gaming do weird shit thing anymore. It's just a regular tool. So Commodore fucking 64. We used a regular TV. There were no computer monitors. And it was a literal tape recorder and tapes where you record music. That was my magnetic media. Not even floppies, and no 5 1/4, no 3.5, none of that. And you could write your own fucking games. Well, maybe you knew it. Anyhow, that's gonna be it for the news, guys, and yeah. I did not keep it shorter than no. Well, it's 45 minutes. Okay, we're good. We're good. Let's call it a day on the news, and let's go suffer. You must have been posh. You had a Commodore 16. You know what, Bootnik? I didn't have one in my house. I had one in my school. Both my parents are psychologists. So I went to very weird schools. So yeah. And hello, Najib. How you doing? You good? Super Bowl? No. I didn't even watch it. I didn't. I'm not even sure who played. that far extracted I am from that. All right. That was so much fun. What you sent me yesterday, that video. Nice. We need to do that a little more. A nice crime stat you had there. A little low for my taste, but it's okay. I'm sure you worked on that. No? Oh no, but it wasn't you on the video, no? Or it was your POV? No. The other side. Yeah, I saw you, yeah. Nice, but because that POV had a crime style, but it was only like 2 or 3, something like that. So I thought, yeah, a good pirate should have at least a 5. Hey, a 4 we can work with. But yeah. Well, yeah, that's right. A good one should have no crime stat at all. All right, let's close this news section and we can go suffer a little bit in game, guys. And we just need to do this. Live from Pirate Week, it's Gakko and the news.